Welcome aviation enthusiasts worldwide. Welcome to my channel. Thanks for tuning in. And as usual, like and subscribe. A little different video today. I'm going to do a video on how I mount the cameras to my airplane. The thought came to me as I was watching a video by a fellow YouTuber, the Cheshire Cat. That's November 665 Charlie Charlie, and 665 Charlie Charlie is his YouTube channel. Like and subscribe. It's a great channel, great video, great content. When he went over how he mounts his cameras, he was smart enough to put some USB-C connections in the plane as it was being assembled. Some of us weren't as forethoughtful as that and did not do that. And so I have a different way of mounting my cameras and keeping them charged that I'll kind of go over today with that. Why do we do YouTube videos with that? It's certainly not to make money. After 14 years of doing this, I got my first check last week for $107, something like that. So you don't do it to make money unless you're Trent Palmer, Mike Patey, somebody like that. And even then, I don't know how much they actually get out of it. But mainly you do it for education and learning, so that way you can look and see what you've done, how you've landed, give an idea, and use ForeFlight and Cloud Ahoy. You can get some really great learning experiences out of it. The side thing is if you put them up on YouTube, you get to share it with all your friends. It's kind of like having 1,500 people ride along with you every time you're out flying it. So that's the main reason. Again, what I'm going to tell you about here is how to connect cameras to your airplane. I'm not a flight instructor. I'm not an A&P mechanic. I know very little about it. You take your own responsibility for screwing anything to your plane or attaching anything to your plane. I take no responsibility for it. I actually think it's a bad idea if you do it. So that's my disclaimer to the whole thing with it. But yeah, let's just take a look at the cameras and see how I put them on. Any input, leave some comments, I'll get back to you. So here's the camera attached to the plane and the beach yoke mount. See, we have the ram mount, the 1-inch ball mount arm. Then I have the 1-inch ball with a female coupling, and then with a male coupling on it. And then it has the a tripod mount going underneath there, which is a tripod mount for a GoPro. Here's the camera, and it's just zip tied, or here's the battery. It's just zip tied onto that plate, and then it charges the battery. Those will run a good 4 hours with it in this configuration. This way, you don't have to have any wires running down the strut or anything like that, or a wire coming out. So it's just the camera. Now you can control it and turn it on and off with your app on your phone if you wanted to, but I usually just leave it run. But again, that way you can get rid of all the different wires that are on there. But pretty efficient kind of little system that's there. This is a system I've used for years, really, with that. So any of the pictures that you see, the videos I see on YouTube, this is kind of how I did it. Okay, so here's the Beechcraft, it's called a Yoke mount on the ram mount system. And you can see it has a little radiator clamp that actually kind of holds everything on. So rather than the rubber, a rubber strap, it's held on by a radiator clamp, actually, with some rubber around it. This is the 1-inch ram ball right here that'll attach to the camera, to the fixture for the camera. And for those 360 shots, I have the 360 camera pole. This is a carbon fiber pole that I got from, I believe it's Dragon Plate. I'll put the link for it. And what I've done is I've glued a 1-inch round ball into that, and that way it goes into there, and I can add just a regular RAM connector to it, to the back of a 1-inch ball, kind of screwed into the 1/4-inch 20 mount. And then what I've done is I have a smaller RAM mount kind of holding that, and a U-clamp holding onto the pole. The advantage of that is I can have multiple attachments here. So I've got a U-bolt here with a 1-inch ball, and then of course then in the back here, I'll get into this in a little bit, it's a U-clamp that holds onto the back strut rather than the radiator clamp and the beech yoke mount. And then the camera can hang from here, can even have a camera in the back there if we wanted. And then of course the extended 360 camera mount there. So for the interior shots, what I have is the camera mounted. It's a GoPro 11 with a media mod on it, and that allows me to plug the battery and the audio cord into the camera directly. And it's just a U-clamp, that's a U-bolt that's holding it on there onto the whole thing. And that way I can take the camera and I can plug and unplug it if I want the audio or engine noise with that. So that's if I had one camera to pick, that would be the one that I'd want rather than any other one. The interface for the mic jack, so that we can get the audio, is also FlightFlix, and it just plugs right into here. There's actually two outlets, or two inputs actually, that come off of that output, and that goes and you just run the little wire across to the camera in each one. So again, that would be from FlightFlix. With that, they make some great products with all that. But that's how you get the cockpit audio in, is with that adapter from FlightFlix. For the vanity shots, I like to use an Adele clamp with a 1-inch RAM mount ball, and it's a female, so I just put a 1/4-inch 20-thread screw to hold it to the Adele clamp, to hold the Adele clamp together. And then what I do is I have the mic plugged into an adapter, and of course that's a FlightFlix adapter. You can get it on FlightFlix. So that way you can do that. It turns out it doesn't really charge the camera well, and the reason why I use the 11 mini is because the mount is also in the back in addition to being at the bottom. So that allows me to have a little bit less interference with the vision, it blocking my vision anymore with that. Here's the latest edition that I haven't flown with yet. It's a Stinger tail wheel, or Stinger camera mount by FlightFlix for my Stinger tail wheel. I believe it's Adventure Alaska or something like that came up with that. But again, it's on the FlightFlix website, and your 360 camera mounts to that, and then it gives you a view of the tail as you're flying. It hooks onto an opening in the back tail wheel there. It's kind of concerning it's so close to the rudder, but So when I use it, it's going to be limited. I'm going to use just the battery that's there and do my takeoffs and landings. And then most likely bring myself a screwdriver with to take it off of there. But I'm kind of looking forward to using that. But again, I'm a little apprehensive because it's so close to the rudder, and want to make sure we don't create an issue with that. And here's my mount for the grab handle. It's basically two pieces of model airplane plywood. And then what I did was I have a diamond mount, 1-inch ram ball diamond mount, that I kind of mounted through there. So that way it gives you a great view landing underneath the wings, underneath the fuselage there. And it's a nice one to have. For the POV shot, so what I do is I just cut a couple slits in the brim of my hat, and I just bolt the camera to my hat. That seems to work quite well. The Sky Cowboy helmet has an NVG mount on it. Still kind of working through with that, trying to adapt the camera to that. You can get quite creative with your camera mounts. You can see I've got a couple of U-bolt clamps and some ram arms kind of pieced together. It can get some interesting angles and shots. The one thing that I miss about my old Super Cub is, of course, you could fly around with the window open. The new the new Carbon Cub, the FX3, you can't have that window open 80 miles an hour, and you quickly get faster than 80 miles an hour with that plane. Now, of course, it's always nice to have the window open and have your friends hanging out there taking some pictures, and that is indeed the one thing that I do miss about my old Super Cub. And of course, I have to bring something up about the legal ramifications of the whole thing. It'd be great to put in your airframe log this particular disclaimer, especially if it's a certified airplane. Experimental is still probably a good idea to put it in there. Well, thanks for watching. If you have any questions or comments, leave the comments down there. Remember, like and subscribe to there. If you look back through my channel, there's close to another 200 airplane videos on there over the last 12, 14 years or so. So like and subscribe. Thanks for watching. And as a disclaimer, I am not sponsored by RAM or FlightFlix or GoPro or Insta360. I have no sponsorship whatsoever. So what you're getting is an unbiased opinion on how things are done. So just to kind of let that out there. Thanks for watching. Good luck flying. Have fun, and keep watching my channel. Thank you.